And changing the perspective of students at the Student Summit here at IMTS 2016 is the founder of Ripple 3D, Bill Macy. Now, Bill, you are an exhibitor participating in the Student Summit, and specifically you are providing the MakeIt Rocket Challenge. What brought you to get involved in the Student Summit?
Well, in 2014, we participated in the summit with our Wind Turbine Challenge. It was our first year. We just created Ripple, and it was a great platform for us to come and get teachers and students all to kind of understand what Ripple was about, and that we're offering these challenges that let 3D printers make teachable content for the students.
So you had just founded Ripple 3D at that time, and then the opportunity to participate in the Student Summit in 2014 came up, correct?
That's right.
So why did you think that that would be a good marriage?
So the Student Summit has always been, the SmartForce group has been a fantastic platform for educators and industry leaders to come and have a voice into that audience of teachers and students. Really helps us to have a pipeline, a way to talk to those folks and get information to them.
Well, so talk to us about your participation in 2014 in the Student Summit. What did you do and what did you get from it?
So our Wind Turbine Challenge let the students come in and design a wind turbine to try to generate the most power. So we had a wind turbine hooked up to a motor, and they were trying to design that so that they could create more electrical power. And they went through an iterative design process to come up with that optimum design.
Okay.
And every day we'd reward the students with a prize.
Nice. Well, it must have been a rewarding experience for you as well, since you are a return participant here in
Absolutely.
2016. So talk to us about the MakeIt Challenge.
Okay, so this year we came in with a rocket challenge. We had a big aerospace initiative that we wanted to tie into, so we developed just for this conference the Rocket Challenge, brand new. First time it's ever been played.
Nice.
So had a lot of fun bringing that in.
Okay, so you brought it in, and now that you're here on day 2 of IMTS 2016, walk us through the challenge. How do the students get involved, and what do they have to do once they're involved?
You bet. So they're designing an air rocket. So we have an air rocket launcher. They sit down and just pick out a nose cone, a body tube, and a tail fin that they have picking the design and the combinations of that. They've got to CG it and then launch it and see how they can score points by hitting a specific target.
So it's not just designing it, it's ensuring it works.
Design, build, and test. We walk them through that whole process, and they iterate back through that again to see how their results were and how they can improve it.
Okay, without mentioning any names, how are they doing so far? What have you found?
Oh, they did phenomenal yesterday. We were rewarding them for the lowest pressure and the most points. Today, in the challenge, we're going to be going for the most repeatable. So they'll have to shoot the rocket multiple times and hit the same target. So each day we switch up the requirements on the challenge, so it's different every single day.
But each day, do you switch up the students, or are the students coming in day after day after day to continue through the challenge?
It's a great question. We get a variety. So typically every day a different school will come as part of their field trip kind of experience. But we get several students that say, we're coming back tomorrow to play again because they were having so much fun.
Oh, wonderful. Well, it's only tomorrow, you know, here it is, day 2. But what did you experience? What were your takeaways from the students you met yesterday?
So, you know, the great thing about this is that we expose kids in 15 minutes to an entire design process. And it's really interesting to watch the students self-select, because they walk through and they say, you know, maybe for some it's not meaningful. They walk on, they experienced it and move on. We have a number of kids that come back over and over and over and do multiple attempts. Those are the kids we know that are dialed into that topic and really are the ones we want to foster into the next activity, whether that be robotics or engineering design classes, or the colleges that we want to push them into for their future experience.
So the MakeIt Robotic Challenge is not a one-size-fits-all approach. It's truly a custom design with a lot of different options.
That's right.
So we can't give any tips or tricks away as to what the most effective options are in any one circumstance, of course.
Come try.
But what a great, interactive experience for them to try and perhaps fail and
That's
learn
right.
from their experience.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? Have there been any rocket failures?
Oh, absolutely. So when they come in, they don't know anything about a rocket per se. Some have maybe played with Estes rockets and know a little bit. But we expect that we tell them right up front, we know you don't understand, so try. And then learn from what you did and try again. And that's that iterative process that they learn. Another really cool thing about that is that the students will come together in groups and they'll learn in mass, and the whole group of them will leverage each other up as mine did better than yours because mine was this way. So really fun and exciting to watch. Still gives me goosebumps.
Yeah, I kind of got them too, actually. Well, I mean, this is what you do for a living. Are you there to give them tricks? Are you looking over your shoulder? Or are you just taking a hands-off approach?
Hands off.
Wow.
Let them learn, let them understand, and it's great because parents will get in the way. And many times they get in there and try to say, you should do this, you should do this. And the parents are most often wrong. The kids are more often right than the parents. So it's fun to give them that opportunity to prove themselves.
Oh, that's really great. But what kind of time do you get to spend with them? Do you get to teach them and learn from them?
Exactly right. So this is a great mentorship opportunity for whether it's myself or a teacher or a company. Those opportunities to mentor the students through the process is really key.
Well, talk to us about each of those. You mentioned the students, the teachers, and the companies. What do they get from this?
Yeah, so the students get that hands-on experience that's fun. They're just playing, and they learn something.
Productive play, though.
It is.
It really is.
Yeah, but it's very interactive, and they get to make something, and they walk away with it, and then you can't get it out of their hands. They own that.
They get to take it with them.
Oh yeah, it's theirs.
So you're not just breaking them down and putting the parts back out.
No.
They walk away with it.
That's right.
So everybody's a winner.
That's right.
In more ways than one. Oh, that's wonderful. Well, talk to us about how this contributes to the learning pathways. I mean, you said that these teams they're not competing with each other, they're helping each other out.
That's right. So the students are helping each other, and then as they get smarter about the competition, you'll see the ones that really dove in will come back and help the younger kids. So we're really trying to foster that community of good social stewardship where the older kids can use this as an activity to teach the younger kids. We really need that in our community because parents don't have all the time to come in and reach all that. So we need to empower these students to reach down and help. And this is a great way to do that.
Now, this is also a great way for you to meet students. You met several students in 2014. You've met even more students in 2016 because the SmartForce Student Summit has grown by leaps and bounds throughout the years, and especially in the past 2 years. Are you starting relationships with these students? Are you continuing these relationships?
Right. So we're connecting the students back into the program, right, so that they can continue and come back. We've really made some really fun connections with the teachers, where the teachers are helping. We don't write curriculum. We develop these challenges and these experiences that they can use. And we're encouraging the teachers to write that curriculum that plays with the experience. And so we're continuing to foster that, as well as with college students who are becoming our designers of our challenges. So we've had several colleges that we've met here that are now out designing challenges for our competition.
Wow, that's really wonderful.
Yeah, that's great.
So students that you've met in 2014, have you seen any of them since then?
Yeah, oh yeah, we talk to them on a regular basis because we're helping them through that process. It seems kind of simple when you kind of look at the challenges up front, but when you get into actually designing one and figuring out what it takes to make it engaging enough, simple enough to do in 15 minutes, but have enough depth and challenge to get to the next level, it takes a little more than you might expect.
Well, outside of fostering the next generation in 3D printing and additive manufacturing and the entire manufacturing industry, what does Ripple 3D get out of participating in the Student Summit?
Just continuing to speak into that whole conversation about how we're going to find our future workforce. So by using the 3D printers as that MakeIt component, we can make completely custom items, and the kids get it. A lot of times when they see the trinkets that come out, they're really cool, they look good and everything, but they didn't affect that item. They just got that item. Here, they're actually making it and making it unique to them. And so they walk away going, I made something special and it performed better as a result. And that really is the key message we want to tell people in additive manufacturing is you have the power now to change something to make it better.
Well, and Bill Macy, the founder of Ripple 3D, is definitely making the lives of many students here at IMTS 2016 better. So be sure to check out the Smart Force Student Summit, which is located in the brand new Hall C of the North Building.